Hi, I'm Musella-Robledo. Let me move this back a little bit. I don't have like all high-tech stuff. Anyways, thank you for stopping by. I assume you probably saw something on Facebook, or I don't know how you ended up here, but I'm glad you are here. I've had a lot of people ask me if I could teach them or their kids or somebody guitar lessons, which I don't have a problem with. I just don't have too much time. So I figure I can make some quick videos, some lessons, and you guys practice it. And if there's anything you don't understand or have trouble with, I can shoot me a message, and we'll do this interaction thing this way. It's new to me. Don't get me wrong. I might talk a lot. I might ramble. I'm gonna try not to. Kind of feel like I'm talking to myself right now, but I know you're watching. Keep that in mind. Okay, so lesson 1. There should be a link somewhere down there that it'll shoot you to a paper lesson plan that I made out. So lesson 1, it's going to be all the way down to the basics. Knowing your guitar, the parts, a little overview, how we're going to play it and stuff like that. Okay, so here is, if you print it out, if you take the time, or your laptop or your iPad or your whatever, this is lesson 1. This is the picture that I send you to if you click on that link. So lesson 1 is the parts of the guitar. Now there are different guitars. Sometimes people ask me, hey Liz, I'll have my acoustic, the big one. It kind of looks like, it's kind of the same color, but it's bigger. And some people say, hey Liz, do you play the electric guitar? Which really, let me see. There's not really much of a difference. What I do with the acoustic, I do with the electric, because it's the same thing in a way. The thing that makes an acoustic guitar and an electric guitar is that an electric guitar, I would have to put in a cord in here to the input, which is one of the parts. Excuse me. And I would have to run power to it to make it come out of the speaker so that you could hear it. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, so an acoustic guitar, which is in the car, you'll see it probably on the next lesson. I don't need power, I don't need a speaker, I don't need any cords. I could if I wanted to, it's an option to make it louder, but it has a hole in the middle, which is the sound hole, and that's where a lot of the sound travels and it comes out so that you can hear it. This one has no sound hole, it has these metal pickups, so that's about as loud as it's going to get. Which I can hear it, of course, but on an acoustic guitar it would be a lot fuller. So, and you can see that on this lesson. The difference is the wooden ones, that's an acoustic. It's got the hole, it's got, a big, fat, thick, probably comes out about this much more, because that's where the sound travels. This has no place for the sound to travel. So, on the body, on the parts of the guitar. By the way, these videos are going to get better. I just got to get used to this. Okay, so parts of the guitar. This part right here that has the curves, of course. This is called the body. So, attached to the body is the neck, which is this part. And then you have the headstock up here, this part that the neck goes into. And then to get a little more detailed, you got the tuning knobs. Well, they're called tuning knobs because they keep the guitar in tune. Each string is a certain note, and you would adjust it here with the tuner or however you do it, and then you don't want to turn them after that. You want to try to keep these, once they're tuned, you try to keep them the way they are. Okay, on the neck, you have these metal bars. Those are the fret bars. Now, the thing about the frets in the neck, this is where you do all your notes. This is where the action happens. On this part right here, where you're going to be playing is actually on the spaces in between those bars. So if I were to say go to your 3rd fret, you would count the spaces. This is the first space, this is the second space, and when I mean space, I mean the actual wooden part between the two bars. So 1, 2, this is 3, this is 4, 5, 6, 7, and so on. Now, if I'm playing my guitar like this, and I look down at it, there's some dots. They're kind of like, I mean, you can call it cheating, call it whatever you want, but you can kind of see it. There's one right there, there's one right there, there's one right there, and I think there's one right there. I don't know. I don't have my glasses. But anyways, so from my view, I can see that it's marked at the third, and this is really a lot of guitars. You gotta mark it the third, the fifth, the seventh, the ninth, and the 12th has 2, because that's kind of like, well, I'll get into that later. So if I tell you, go to the 4th fret, you would go to the spaces 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's gonna happen somewhere in here. Something's happening there. If I tell you go to the 7th fret, you would count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the other thing you can do is, if I say go to the 4th, use your little dot. Since you know that's the 3rd, that's obviously the 4th. I say go to the 8th, well, you know that's the 7th, so you know to go here. Just little indications, you know. So that's about the fretboard. So we did the parts of it. Okay, the other little parts is, this is your bridge, the part that the strings go through here. And on the top of the neck, you have it's called the nut, and you can see the strings go through there as well. All this is just the design of the guitar to make it functional. So, let's see. Like I said, this is the body. On an electric guitar, you have to, it's your little input hole right there. I would have to plug in a cord. And these things right here pick up the sound, send it through the cord, and put it through the speaker. That's what makes it an electric guitar. Okay. Now, so we got this part. We already did that part. Check. We got the fretboard. Got that. Now let's talk about the hands. On your hands, now mind you, let me pause. On your hands, no, I did that wrong. Let me see. What I was gonna say is that, like, let's say my instance is like, these are my thumbs, obviously. I number my fingers 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this is 4 on this hand, this is 4 on this hand. 3, 3, 2, and 1, okay? They have, I'll tell you, for instance, put your first finger on the 3rd string, 2nd fret. So you would put your first finger, 3rd string, 1, 2, 3, and you put it there. Kind of like a puzzle, sort of. So if I tell you, okay, so you have your first finger, 2nd fret, 3rd string. Then I'm gonna tell you put your 2nd finger, number 2, on the 1st string, 2nd fret. It would go there. And then if I tell you put your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret, so you count 1, 2, 3, 2nd string. So that's where your fingers would end up. Now you can look at other websites and maybe they would number your fingers differently. Maybe they'll use different terminology. You know, I actually learned the guitar from a lady who couldn't see. She was blind. So a lot of that stuff I didn't, I just went with what she told me. So, and obviously it's worked for me. So just kind of, if you're going to follow my lessons, just kind of go with it. If you wander off and look at, you know, another guy on YouTube, which is totally cool. I don't mind that at all. Even I learned songs on YouTube. But just know the terms may change. You know, don't hold me. Nothing I say is like copyrighted or anything. So I'll try to explain the best I can. Like I said, I kind of feel like I'm talking to myself, but I do know you're out there listening, so just go with it. Okay, so back to our fingers. Okay, so these are your thumbs. It's going to be number 1. These are number 2, number 3s, and number 4s. These are numbered because eventually I'm going to show you how to do some pickings. And you're going to have to know, hey, your first finger on the 4th string, or your 4th finger on the last string. So there's a reason why we do it. So, let's talk about, for your posture, when you're holding your guitar, it's got this little indentation right here. That's usually where I put it on my leg. You know, some people, they'll use this part and they'll play like this. You know, it's either or, whatever you're comfortable with. You always want to sit up straight. You don't want to tilt your guitar this way, because what that's doing, if you notice the way my wrist just turned, you know, you want to be comfortable. Some people play like this. A lot of classical players play like this. You know, just be comfortable. I don't want to be the person to tell you, hey, sit up straight and all this stuff like that. But if you're playing for long periods of time, that's good for your back. You know, you wouldn't want to sit like this for 3 hours because that's just the way you know how to play the guitar. Just be comfortable. It's all about being comfortable, playing relaxed. If you play relaxed, you're gonna hear it through your music that it's relaxed. You know, if you play real stiff and messed up, it's gonna come out how you play. The next lesson I'll show you about your hands and stuff like that. But it's all about being comfortable. If you love music, if you love to play, or you're hoping to love to play the guitar, or you just really, really want to learn it, it's all about being comfortable. Because when I get home after working all day, and I pick up my guitar, you know, this is like my release time. Like, oh, it just makes me feel, it just puts me someplace else. So just be comfortable. Let's see. A little side notes. If you have nails, you might want to trim them down. Because, how you hold down the strings is kind of hard if you have nails. You need to use the actual tips of your fingers, so that's got to kind of be available for the stuff here. I don't know if you have any questions. I'm kind of thinking on the spot here. But if you do have questions, you can message me on Facebook. You can email me. My email's on the website. That's about it. So, the body, the neck, the head, the tuners, your strings, remember the strings. I like to say my thickest string, I start at 6. So 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I can shoot another video as far as how to tune it. It's not complicated, but I'd probably have to plug the speaker in. It's not plugged in right now. But for like I said, basic, this is your first video. Just the basic parts of the guitar. You got your knobs here for the electric guitar. I'm trying to think. Just like I said, make sure you trim your nails down. I'm going to say that's it for lesson 1. So I hope, like I said, it's going to get better. I'm learning how to do this just like you're learning how to do this. So just bear with me. And again, thank you for supporting me, and thank you for checking out the website. Thank you for watching me on Facebook. Thank you for listening to stuff when I put it out. Thanks for loving Pops as much as I do. You guys blow up his pictures, and I get jealous because he gets more likes than me, but that's okay. We're a team. I'm just kidding. But good luck. You're going to be as good as you practice. And like I said, shoot me some stuff as far as how to make this better. Okay, this is for you. This is for me because I get to interact with you. But when it comes to learning the guitar, that's on you. And I want to make sure I do the best I can. But I got to learn as I go. And maybe you can help me learn to do this better. So if you have any suggestions or any questions or whatever, post them. And we'll go from there. So good luck to you. And again, I'm Musella-Robledo. And I'm going to cut. I don't have any high-tech stuff, so you guys see me do this. See y'all later.